Hey, hi everybody.
Hello.
Hello, hello, hello. This is
Oh yes,
this is an evening
yes. Happy hour kind
happy
of
hour.
video. That's
Instead of coffee, it's
mm-hmm.
wine with Billy and Bear. So
Yeah,
we were just out talking. We're out on the patio talking about doing what is right,
yeah,
doing what is right. And we're going to be maybe a little bit more controversial. And when I mean controversial, I'm really talking about is we're expressing our own feelings. We were talking about free speech in our country and how important it is for everybody to have free speech, to feel that they have a right to say how they feel, and for other people to respect that right. And yes, people are saying what they believe and they're being attacked for it, and that's unfortunate. It really is. It shouldn't be. Everybody has a right to express their feelings. So, don't you agree?
yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's funny because what I have in my head right now, and I might be going off a little bit on it. That whole free speech and how everything is censored so much right now,
Yeah.
and and then if you watch the TV, and if you know me, you know my opinion about that whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
To me, it's hypnosis. It's brainwashing half of it. Sorry, but true. And when you shared earlier what's currently going on with in the sports world,
Right.
right? So that's in my head right now because to me that was a profound thing that's happening right now. So in the sports world, and just fill in because I'm not all up in
Yeah.
that, but the Packer.
Yeah. This Aaron Rodgers, who was a quarterback for the Green Bay Packers, is getting all of this coverage now on the sports channels about he wants to leave the Green Bay Packers, and then they're turning it into a soap opera.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the investigative sports reporters went back to the source of the story and said, "Where are your sources?" And he didn't have any. The original reporter on this, which really brings into question, we were lied to.
Mm-hmm.
And this was a guy, a heavyweight, a very well respected investigative sports reporter. And it's apparent that he was fudging the truth and kind of made it all up.
Yeah,
So,
and that got me excited
yeah.
because so many men, like even with what's going on in the world, and you try to focus on something that brings you more joy. Men love the sports, and that was something, really, wow, okay, yay Packers or
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah,
right? And so here comes the story, and everybody got so emotional. Like I'm people, and
yeah,
whoever's into the sports like that, you get very emotional. You get tied into this,
yeah,
and so you're listening to this journalist and this story, like, oh my God, you're in it. It's like reading a good book or
yeah.
watching a movie. You react and you're so emotional and your emotions are so in it. And now, I don't know how many thousands of sports fans who were into that. And now they hear, oh, this was just made up.
Yeah.
I say yay, because this is the first example that I've
Yeah.
heard recently, or maybe one or two now, where people get to see that, you know what? You can't really believe everything you see
No,
on
you
the
can't. You
news
can't.
or other sources.
And it
Yeah,
was mainstream
this
sports
was
news. I mean,
mainstream.
all the big channels.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking, well, they just blew that out of the water.
Yeah, and I say yay.
I do too. And
Mm-hmm.
because we're experiencing it in our society right now, you really have to question. I mean, you have to question everything.
Mm-hmm.
So then we were just talking outside, then it boils down to, well, what is the truth?
Mm-hmm.
And I always go back to my dad. My dad I mean, he taught me so much. An incredible man. And when I was a young boy, he would say to me, when I was wondering what should I do or what should I say, he always said, do what is right. Do what is right. Trust your intuition and do what is right for the world. In other words, speak the truth with love.
Mm.
That's
It's
what he was talking
beautiful.
about. And I observed him do that. He spoke the truth with love, not with animosity. I only saw him get angry one time in my entire life at at the press and the world, and that's when the Milwaukee Braves moved to Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, anyway,
That's so cute.
he was really upset about that. That was the only time. But he said, "Speak the truth, Barry."
I love it.
Yeah,
And wait, what were you just saying a minute ago? I love, and you said, well, what is the truth? And
right.
what you mentioned in that was, we got to trust our intuition. That is the truth. Because I kind of felt like when you said, well, we just got to speak the truth. And I just kind of imagined, a whole audience of people being, oh, but what the hell is the truth?
Yeah, yeah.
Kind of thing.
My truth is different than yours.
Yeah, and that too. And so basically, I think we each have a truth. Like, yes, there are outer truths too, but the main truth is the inner truth. That's
Yeah.
your truth, and that's all you
right.
really know is the truth.
That's it.
Who you are. But we've been so programmed. I'll say it again. Programmed, conditioned, how we grew up, what we witnessed in our world, and it's always listen to this. Listen, look outside of you.
Yeah.
Watch this program. That kind of thing. So now we're being forced to look at and see what these programs are doing. It's happening.
Yes.
So I'm excited. So the truth is coming out, and it is all about your intuition now. Now that we're in between, because as the all that truth or the heavy stuff, that's where a lot of people are right now.
Yeah.
Heavy thing. So what is truth? But yeah, that's the truth. People really say that, but that is the truth. That's reality. You got to look at reality.
Well, and they think
it's
how they feel right now.
Yeah.
It's what makes sense to them. So it becomes the truth. And the truth is tricky because the ego, hey, the ego wants to weigh in on the truth.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think my dad figured that out. He said, the truth is love. The ego can't stand love. It can't. I mean, it runs away from it. So when you do what is right through your intuition with love, and you look at the world or whatever the events are through the lens of love and what's right for you, that I think is the answer. I think because when we do what is right for not only ourselves but for other people, if it's not grounded in love, it's not the right thing to do.
Yeah.
And I know this gets a little woo-woo here, but
it's also science because
Yeah.
that what you just described is energy, particles of
Right.
energy, and that's
Yeah.
all we are dealing with.
yeah,
And I kind of came to the conclusion and was guided by my guides that way. But just to look at all of this, you know what? It's all just energy.
Yeah.
And it's all just energy playing out. And you have to choose how you want to play with this.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a good point.
What do you want to do with this?
Mhm.
Do you want that to be your truth? Or what is that? So if that's the energy that doesn't feel comfortable and it causes anxiety, then why add to it? The more you
Exactly.
focus on that, you're actually helping them.
Yeah.
You're helping that get bigger and bigger. So, yeah.
Love has an incredible energy, and we've talked about it, I think, in past videos. This
probably.
Dr. Emoto
Oh, yes.
actually showed where water and how we speak to water and our feelings of love with water actually is, you can see the results of it.
Yeah.
It actually purifies water.
Yeah, Dr. Masuri Moto, and
Yes.
look it up. It's really neat. He
Yeah.
would, place an intention. First, he froze the waters of springs, healing springs, around the
Yeah.
world that are known to heal, and they would form beautiful crystals.
Mhm.
And so this is all positive energy, beautiful love energy. And then he connected that with our emotions
Yeah.
and labeled certain, pure water with emotions. And if it's a dark emotion, some kind of pain or the words "I hate you," that's literally in his book.
Mhm.
And then he froze that, and it could not form a perfect crystal like the other ones
Right.
did. And then at the same time, let's say that was that "I hate you." You take that label off, and then you put the label "love." And you intend this, it literally changes the particles of energy, little tiny molecules that could be looked at under a microscope. So that's huge. And if we're mostly water, right? 70-80% water.
Yeah.
Whatever we speak to it or whatever we're imbibing,
Yeah.
not just drinking wise,
Right.
but also news wise, conversation wise, whatever in our outer world. These are choices we have to make now.
Yes.
What are you going to feed, right?
And so I guess what we've talked about, and you might want to give some thought to it as you go on in your daily life, whatever is coming in front of you, reframe it in love.
Yeah, just love it.
I mean, with all that's going on in the world today, it's very easy to get down and dark and upset, and we're lowering our energy just for the heck of it. Look at what are the positives of what is happening right now. The world is waking up. It is waking up to what we were just talking about, that for the most part we are being lied to, and we don't feel good about it. Now the truth is out there, and a lot of it now is being revealed. We were just talking about that too, where the more and more we are reading and viewing the news of what's happening, the lies are being revealed, and the truth is also coming out. So I'm optimistic. I really am. I have my moments, as I think we all do, but I'm very, very optimistic about the world and what's ahead of us. I think it's going to be great.
I do too.
Yeah.
And sometimes it takes these dark things to really create that unity.
Yeah.
I do see more and more people coming together, wanting to. People are stepping up. And at the same time, so this seems very real, physical in our immediate world, but there's so much more going on the bigger picture. We're literally under such an evolution, an awakening, yeah, I could go on. I could get deep, but I don't know how long do you want.
No, I think we got to wrap it up
because I'm about to start another one. We'll have to do another video.
Yeah. From the bottom of our hearts, we appreciate you taking the time to watch this. And we do it because we enjoy it. We have fun with it. We hope that our sharing with each other and then sharing with you will benefit you. I've gotten some wonderful emails and comments about that. So, we're not going big time here. We're just being ourselves.
Yeah.
And
to the true thing, because I always like to round it off,
Yeah.
full circle at the end. But, it is about speaking your truth. And during this evolution, we're all waking up to our own truth.
Yes.
So, spend more time in your heart, whether you need to meditate or just be out in nature. First of all, that clears everything. It's fabulous.
Yeah.
But there's a dream, there's a vision, there's a passion that's stirring inside of you. Always has. There might have been all kinds of excuses why you didn't go there. The relationship, this, that, whatever. We all got them. I got a list too. And but now's the time. It's kind of like we're almost being forced to or pushed to, but it's also feeling better. I know what the energy is literally raising on the planet too. And I don't know about you, but I notice more and more I'm not so much doing that same old stuff. I'm learning to say no at certain times, instead of trying to be a people pleaser or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's part of your truth.
Yes.
Honoring who you are and kind of learning the feeling, because there is a mind-body connection, and your body will let you know. You'll have a little anxiety or a little in your stomach feeling. That's your body or your higher self speaking to you through signals. Oh, nope. Somebody just invited you somewhere and you didn't have butterflies and excitement. You just had and instead of going along with it, even if you have to make up something, it could be truthful. I only like the truth, but you know what? Be yourself, speak your truth. There's a reason.
There is a reason.
There is a reason. So we're about to cheer. What should we cheer? To the truth.
To the truth. Here's to the truth.
To everyone coming into their truth.
That's right. We love you guys. We really do.
Yeah.
We enjoy this, but we love you so much. And so if you want, you can make a comment. If not, just know we love you. And from
And the comments better be good, because
no, that's all right. No, it's
no,
be
good or
truthful.
indifferent doesn't matter.
Sure.
No, sometimes you get those weird ones where they type numbers or whatever, and it's like, okay, share
Yeah.
something. Are you afraid to share? Share.
Look between us right now.
Oh
You've got the
yeah.
Buddha that is raising his hands
Yeah.
and saying, "Hey, it's all going to be fine."
Yeah.
We're going through some very interesting times, and I believe we chose to come here to experience all this.
Yes.
So, but it's all going to be great. So,
Mhm.
all right, love
All
you
right,
guys.
love you. Yes.
Till next time. See you soon.
Yeah.